Howdy ladies and gentlemen, this is the De'longhi Pinguino 12,500 BTU 4-in-1 portable air conditioner. I've had it for a season now, so I thought it was finally time to put this review together. As per usual, we'll start with a real quick unbox for those curious what exactly comes in the kit, snap it together, demo it out, run some temperature, decibel, and amperage tests, and then close it on out with the one little trick I found to make the unit run a little bit better. Let's get to it. Just taking a look at the box this product comes in, we're initially presented two numbers that seem to be describing the same thing: power output. One says 7,200 while the other says 12,500. I think it's important to note the difference. The larger number, 12,500, represents the output of this unit using the American Society of Heating, Refrigerating, and Air Conditioning Engineers testing method and represents the actual output of the product. The smaller figure, 7,200, represents testing using the Department of Energy's methodology, which nets the output against the fact that single-hose portable air conditioners must draw in warm air from outside of the home to cool the compressor coils, thus making them somewhat inefficient compared to their window-mounted or split-unit counterparts. In other words, the larger number is theoretical, while the smaller number is real-world. Inside the box, we've got an exhaust hose plus a couple of storage and cover bags. Next out is our standard set of instruction manuals plus warranty cards. This is followed by the exhaust fittings and a little bit of foam weather strip. Then, the entire box lifts up to reveal the unit itself. Sorry about the relatively poor camera angle here. You really only get one shot to unbox, and I kind of butchered it. To make up for this, I grabbed just one more shot of everything included. All in all, pretty much everything one would need to get going without a trip to the hardware store. That said, the included window adapter kit is pretty flimsy, especially in horizontally sliding windows. I've come to realize that all portable AC manufacturers show us vertically sliding ones in their marketing materials for a reason. The included pieces should be good for windows up to about 56 inches tall. I personally just went ahead and made up a wooden insert with some 1x2s ripped to the exact width of my window track for a more secure installation. Once the hose is mounted to your satisfaction, assembly is as simple as a little twist and lock action. The included remote is simple yet effective and has a nice, clean, modern design. As far as operation goes, let me show you. So here I wanted to give you guys a little demo of how the main panel works here and what you can do with the remote. Like I mentioned earlier, this is kind of nice in that it's a 4-in-1 unit. In addition to the fan, dehumidifier, and air conditioning functions that pretty much every single one of these types of products is going to have, this one also has a heat pump, so it kind of can run in reverse. It's a nice function if you have a small area with no HVAC at all. Just turning it on, we have the temperature set up top. This icon right here indicates it's in cooling mode and that it is on an auto fan temp, an auto fan speed. On your remote, you can change it to dehumidification mode, which is signified by this little water droplet. Fan mode, which is a picture of a fan. And this is the heater mode, which is, I'm not sure what that little icon's supposed to be. As far as temperature goes, it goes all the way down to, let's see, 64 is our minimum on that. I usually just, you can manually set the fan speed here. I pretty much always just leave it on auto. There's also, if you hit this little home icon, it turns on the real feel, which is a combination of a dehumidifier and an air conditioner. I find it doesn't really work all that well. I haven't given it like a real thorough evaluation, but the few times that I've tried it, I think just the pure air conditioner works better. So I just kind of leave it on 70. And that's pretty much, oh, the other function we've got is right here. This is the timer. You can get it to turn off 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 hours. But I kind of just usually manually turn it on and off. That's pretty much the extent of the operation here. Now I want to talk about noise. To give you guys some numbers, I've got the decibel meter set up 4 feet from the air conditioner. As we see here, the product is very quiet on fan only mode, only about 52 decibels, which is somewhere in between rainfall and a low volume conversation. It's actually a nice white noise. However, when the compressor kicks on, we're up to about 64 decibels, and while not loud, it is between a conversation and city traffic. In practical terms, this just means turning the volume up a little bit if you're trying to watch TV in the same room. Next up, let's take a look at some temperatures. Alright guys, I've had this running for a few minutes now, and I placed a little thermometer in the vent here to try and get an output temperature reading for you guys. It does come out pretty cold, so let's check that out. 46 degrees is what's coming out of the air conditioning unit. That's pretty cool, right? No pun intended. Alright guys, I just showed you the temperature coming out of the air conditioner as about 49 degrees. Now let me show you the temperature of the exhaust. We are at 100 degrees, 99, 97, so out over here, 98. So right around 100 degrees. So that's a 50 degree difference between what's coming out of the front and what's going out of the back. And if we think about it, this ducting is actually radiating some of that heat back into the room, and it's sort of one of the reasons that portable air conditioners are normally not thought of as all that efficient. So I'm thinking if we actually wrap this ducting a little bit, we can maybe improve the efficiency a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do next. Over on the Amazon, I picked up some spiral pipe insulation. It was relatively inexpensive. I'll place a link to the product I used as well as this AC itself below. It's an associate link for which the channel will earn a small commission. Use is greatly appreciated. Wrapping it up took a couple of minutes and is not winning any design awards. Let's see how we did. Alright guys, I just finished wrapping most of this with some duct installation. Certainly not going to win any beauty awards, that's for sure. This is really more of like a, how would you say it, proof of concept type experiment to see if it actually works. If it does, well, I might get something a little more, I don't know, stylish instead of this abomination. But importantly, let's see if it works. So before it was like at 100 degrees, and now we're at 81. Okay, that's a pretty big improvement. The only reason I put this little bit of black electrical tape on here is because thermal or wireless thermometers here that use infrared don't really work on shiny surfaces so well. They're pretty inaccurate. So, all right, 81. That's not, I think it actually works, or at least makes a big, I mean, that's a 19 degree improvement. So, all right, it's a suggestion if you want to improve the efficiency of your portable air conditioner a little bit. The final thing I want to show you guys before finishing this video is how much power the unit draws while operating. With the compressor on, we're looking at 8.2 amps. At 120 volts, that's 984 watts. I consider this pretty respectable. Even on an older 15 amp circuit, we've still got room to run other lower power appliances at the same time. Overall, I think the De'longhi Pinguino 4-in-1 12,500 BTU portable air conditioner is a good unit. I've had it for a year now, running it every day in the summer without issue. That said, one should be realistic with regards to expectations. The manufacturer recommends this product for room sizes up to 500 square feet. But to me, that's a weird thing to recommend without any further info. Are we talking a home in Arizona where it's 115 outside and the occupant is expecting 70? Or are we talking about where I live here in Seattle, where it's 85 on a hot day? In my case, this unit is perfectly capable of taking care of my living room. The real point I'm making is that I think it would be wise to stay conservative with your expectations, especially in warmer climates. Okay, that's all I had for today. Any questions, drop them below and I'll do my best to answer. Take care.